Hello everyone, welcome to the video. My name is Cosolix, and today we're going to be talking about something that some of you guys might not be expecting me to talk about, but the end of Brawlhalla. So we're talking about exactly when do I think Brawlhalla in general, like the esports, the game, the community will end, right? It's a topic that I've actually talked to some pros about, especially Daiku back a couple years ago. And I kind of want to go over like our predictions from a couple years ago compared to now, or well, my prediction. But yeah, if you enjoyed these types of videos where I'm just kind of playing experimental and I'm just kind of talking to you guys, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, comment down below. Comment down below your thoughts on this video, okay? Let me know what you think. When do you think Brawlhalla will end? Because eventually it's going to end. People are going to grow up, you know what I mean? Not grow up, but like stop playing the game. It's not going to be big forever, so I think it's important to talk about stuff like this and exactly why it would end and like how do you make it last longer. I don't know, but yeah, without further ado, I guess let's... Oh, one more thing, guys, Cosolix.com. I do coaching. Some more stuff is coming. You can see it in the corner of this video. It's a really sick website, so go check that out. Okay, now let's get into it. So a couple years ago, I don't know if it was a LAN event, but I remember talking to Daiku about like when Brawlhalla would end, and I remember he said around 2022. That's what he thought, or at least esports. And now looking back on that claim, I disagree. I don't think Brawlhalla is going anywhere anytime soon in terms of esports. I think the pro community is going to get more and more polished, and there's going to be more and more pros every year, and people getting better at the game, and it's going to get harder and harder. We've already seen that. But yeah, I think there's going to be more and more pros. I think there's going to be a lot of pros. There's one theme with this game is a pro will play the game, get good, not make enough money from the game, get a job in real life, and then stop playing. And it's not just like they're going to stop playing, but it's like too much of a time commitment to go pro, or at least try to go pro, because they're not making enough money, right? So we kind of saw this already with a lot of pros. I don't know if Daiku's still competing, but I don't know exactly what he's doing in the NFT space. Double Dime stopped competing completely at Trophius. These guys were like top 30 in the world, by the way, back in like 2019, 2018. Starlight won a 2v2 world championship, and I don't know where he is. I hope he's doing well. If you're watching this, Starlight, I hope for the best, bro. And I miss going to LANs with you and everyone. But, yeah, like, pros will play the game and then get a job and then stop playing. I'm not saying myself included. I'm still going to be making YouTube videos, and I'm going to try my best to go pro, but at the same time, I'm also, like, I'm a student in school and stuff. There's only so much I can practice. So, yeah, I don't know, I'm going to do my thing, but I don't know if I'll turn into the next Sandstorm one day. But I just hope to stay a pro. But more examples. STTP Wilson. Like, I know he's still competing, but he's just not able to practice as much as these guys like Experience, because Experience is very young. But same with guys like Java and whatnot. Java's now in university, but the dude's like 17. Guy's a genius, by the way, if you didn't know that. But, yeah, the point is a lot of these up-and-coming pros are people who just have a lot of time on their hands, and you don't get time on your hands forever. And if you aren't Sandstorm or Boomy, right, if you're not making enough money from this game, well, there's still the Phazons and Cody Travises. As long as you're placing top 6 consistently, you can make enough money from this game, from just being a pro now. But it has to be consistent, top 6, and 1s and 2s. Other than that, it gets really difficult, right? So there's people, like, no offense, I'm gonna say Hardy here. I think Hardy is going to be pro for a while, but I think eventually it's gonna get to a point where if he doesn't place like really high consistently, it's gonna be like, why would I be playing Brawlhalla esports instead of like actually getting a job and making consistent income? Like, yes, he'll still be good forever. The dude's such a talented player, right? And I'm in the same boathouse, but I don't think this is sustainable. Is all I'm trying to say. Trying to go pro in Brawlhalla is not sustainable. Doing content and what I'm doing can make it more sustainable, because I make most of my money from content, but and like brand deals and whatnot, not from tournaments. So that's like the reason why I'm still pro, is because of this content stuff. If I wasn't doing the content side of things, I would not be a pro right now. Just saying. I think that's a hard truth. Pros, I think will come and go, but Brawlhalla in general now, like, when do I think the esports as a whole is going to... Okay, here's my prediction. I think either Brawlhalla is going to find a balance and keep people interested for a while, and this game could last like a decade, if not longer. Or, I think if they don't add enough to the game, I think the game could slowly lose player count, kind of like Fortnite or Brawl, and cause a lot of people to leave the community for something else. So I think the community will stay along for a while, but like when we watch Minecraft's peak compared to the bottom of its graph, like I'd say before 2020 or whatever. I don't have my... Oh, I do have my taunts on. But if you look at like Minecraft on Google Trends, for instance, you can kind of see the demand of search results over the time period. And it really lost interest after like 2015. And like 2015 to like 2018, it was like straight downhill. Like Minecraft was not booming. So I think Brawlhalla might go through that, where like people are still playing the game, but it's just getting smaller and smaller. And YouTube already is hard to make money. I think it can cause some people to just fully leave the community, and the community just gets slowly smaller and smaller over time. I think that's one reality. I hope that's not the reality. I hope, and this is if I was BMG, to avoid that reality, is have enough... Oh, I'm bad. To have enough game-changing additions to keep people interested. Like Minecraft, I think has found a really good balance with its like update system. It has huge updates like once a year. And I know Brawlhalla isn't Minecraft, right? But I just like to look at a successful game that's survived for a while as an example of like something like, what do they do well, right? I'm a game programmer, so this is kind of the stuff that I'm looking at. And like, yes, Minecraft's a completely game than Brawl, but the fundamentals of keeping it alive are kind of similar. Only thing I'll give Minecraft a ton of credit is there's so much more that you can do in Minecraft. So Brawlhalla devs are going to have to find a reason to, like, for people to keep playing. The community can only make so much content, right? The game's finite. There's only so many things you can do with it, and there's only so many original ideas, unless they actually, like, add, like, crazy stuff themselves, you know what I mean? Like, actually change mechanics, and yeah. So, at this rate, I think if Brawlhalla continued its progress of this year, just slowly adding new characters, the odd crossover, battle pass, keep the stuff pretty cosmetic-sided, not, like, really affecting balance or game mechanics, I think Brawlhalla, in my opinion, has another, like, 7 years until it's fully dead. Or not fully dead, but dead enough that there's no reason for people to play. But I think Brawlhalla could last another 20 years if they update the game regularly. And by, like, update the game, I don't mean, like, adding, like, balance patches or whatever. I mean adding game mechanics, like, once a year. And, like, really changing the game to give people reasons to play. Maybe things like map builders, like big features that get people to play the game. If they do stuff like that, I think the game can last, if not forever. But at its current pace, I think if they patch stuff that, like this current year, I think 7 years is fair. I think there's going to be a couple years back on LAN, and I think the pro scene will just slowly get smaller and very slowly get smaller and smaller. The viewership, this BCX is down, by the way. Last BCX I had over like 100,000. And like 90,000 consistent. Now it's like 50,000, which is still great, but it's just not the same. Whoopsie, I didn't mean to time. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's just not, that's my prediction, right? Guys, again, let me know what you think down below in the comments. I love hearing what you guys have to say. But yeah, dude, I love this game, and I think it's really important that we like talk about stuff like this in YouTube videos, especially pros to come out and just say their opinion on the game in general. Like, as a game dev, I would want feedback. And, like, obviously feedback from the average person is very important, but pros especially, I've got almost 6,000 hours in this game. Like, I probably have more hours playing this game than probably some of the devs, I'm not gonna lie. Probably most of the devs. Most of the devs have been, they probably got hired after I started playing, which is kind of crazy to think about, right? But, yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. that's basically everything I have to talk about. Let me know your thoughts down below. Some guy invited me. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. And yeah, how long do you think Brawlhalla is gonna last? Check out Cosolix.com. Link is, oh, it's not really down below, it's in the video, it's on screen. Just go to Cosolix.com. You won't miss out. I don't know, you'll like it, you'll think it's cool. More stuff coming there soon. New video probably out tomorrow. Love you guys so much. Turn the notification bell on. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Take care. Peace.